Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. I am VeerajaR.
And I'm David M. Harris. We hope you'll enjoy the poems we'll be reading today, poems written by your friends and neighbors. Our first poem today is Almost by me. All my life I have passed as white, almost. My ancestors came here from Europe. I am as pale as any British skin, almost. A millennium or two ago, we lived in Asia near the Mare Nostrum, faithful to an older god, very nearly white. People like me were here early in 1654 over the opposition of Peter Stuyvesant, who was really white. Many Palestinians would call me white, separating themselves from me and mine, although they are my cousins, more distant than the cousins who made Aliyah, but cousins still, branching off perhaps in Roman times, almost family. But they are identified as brown, not nearly white. A dozen or so centuries away from home have made us white, almost. But ask the experts, the ones to whom whiteness is everything, and they will tell you they have decided I am not white, not even almost. But I am close enough to partake of whiteness, not to be questioned or denied my privilege, close enough to ask who says, who gets to decide whether I am worthy of that honor. I am just about ready to renounce it, almost. Have I the strength to pass as some other color, to pretend or admit that I am not one of those who move easily amid the web of customs and laws? What value is sympathy from that position? Thoughts and prayers? Almost nothing. Easy to choose to live as though I am what most others see me as, to let them define me to my advantage. I have seen the ones careful to say my congregation rather than my synagogue, careful to preserve the illusion of whiteness. I am not so careful, but careful enough to let the other jump to conclusions, almost safe.
Crazy New World, written by Joseph G. Sanfilippo. I hid my face in sweaty hands, with eyes closed, not to see beyond the imperfect darkness, listening to sounds and voices with ears clogged by unknown noises, vanished sounds, lost in the perspiration of tired hands that want to open themselves to the day, to the cruel light that dazzles and reveals what they have done to everything and to nothing. Only darkness remains, a vain remedy to vain hopes, locked in a small absurd world, in small glimmering of light that offer nothing, only memories and a present not wanted, but that exists, to open my hands and pray desperately, screaming.
Space-Time Hypothesis by Susie Margaret Ross. A fly has strayed into my parked car through an open window, but cannot figure out how to escape. What does it think when we wind up somewhere else? Perhaps it becomes confused and disoriented. Or maybe it just wanted an adventure in the first place, which has now turned out to be the second place.
The next poem, written by me, VeerajaR, titled Beneath the Green. Every time you flick that light switch, remember those hellish slough ditches, seeping topless coal mounds, slithering poisonous serpents, just to light the city's bright, spell slow death, to valley folks' ancestral footsteps. Turn off the bright chandelier lights. Burn a candle for the valley folks' lives.
I Sail Upon an Irish Sea by Franchesa Kirkpatrick. I toss and tumble in the water. A storm is by my side. My boat is in the ocean blue, rising high upon the tide. Fishing is the life for me. In my boat I ride. The winds begin to fill my sails. My bride, she waits for me. A pail of fish I'm bringing home. A good cook, my wife, she be. The shore's ahead, I'm almost there. Into her arms I'll be. I sail upon an Irish sea. There is no other life for me. I launched my boat into the water and back home to she that loves me. My name ain't Captain, Jack, or Jamie. All my friends just call me Finny. I catch those fish aplenty. The gale winds are blowing. I'll be home before it's snowing. There ain't no better place for me than in the arms of my sweet Bonnie. It's her face I dream about when I'm out upon the sea. I sail upon an Irish sea. There is no other life for me. I launch my boat into the water and back home to she that loves me. My name ain't Captain, Jack, or Jamie. All my friends just call me Finny. I catch those fish aplenty.
The next poem, titled Green from Nature, by Nethraja J. I roll through the valley and the field, succumb to the beauty that I yield. You see me everywhere, but don't detect that in nature, green is perfect. Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope we'll see you again soon.